Hey friends, let me ask you something that might surprise you. Have you ever noticed it's getting harder to lift that bag of groceries, or maybe your balance isn't quite what it used to be? You chalk it up to getting older, right? But what if I told you it's not just aging, it's something happening inside your body every single day, quietly stealing your strength, your energy, even your independence? It's called sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss. And it starts earlier than most people think. After the age of 30, we begin to lose 3 to 5% of our muscle mass every decade. That means by the time we hit our 60s or 70s, many of us have lost up to 30% or more of the muscle we once had. And this loss isn't just about looking less toned. It affects your metabolism, your posture, your blood sugar levels, and your ability to move safely and confidently through life. It can make everyday things, like walking upstairs or standing from a chair, feel exhausting. It can even raise your risk of falling, which for older adults can be life-changing. But here's the good news, you can fight back. And no, I'm not talking about intense workouts or expensive supplements. I'm talking about something incredibly simple and powerful, what you eat before you go to sleep. Yes, what you put in your body at night could make all the difference. You see, while you're sleeping, your body is hard at work. It's repairing cells, balancing hormones, and yes, rebuilding muscle tissue. But it can only do that if you give it the right tools. If you go to bed without enough protein in your system, your body may actually start breaking down your muscles to get the fuel it needs during those 6 to 8 hours of fasting. It's like trying to build a house without bricks. That's why having a small, protein-rich snack before bed isn't just okay, it could be essential for maintaining strength as you age. And no, this doesn't mean eating a steak at 10 p.m. I'm talking about smart, targeted nutrition, things like Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, or a handful of nuts. Foods that quietly go to work while you rest. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly why this nighttime habit could be a game changer for your health, and reveal the 6 best foods to eat before bed to protect your muscles, boost your energy, and keep you feeling strong. So if you've been feeling a little weaker, more tired, or just want to age with power and confidence, stay with me. Because tonight, you can take the first step. Let's be honest, when most people think about aging, they expect to get a few wrinkles, maybe some gray hair, but no one really talks about what's quietly happening inside your body. And that is, you're losing muscle. It's called sarcopenia, and it's one of the biggest reasons we feel weaker, slower, and more tired as we get older. But here's the thing, most people don't even realize it's happening until it's already taken a toll on their life. Sarcopenia is the slow, silent loss of muscle mass that begins around the age of 30. Yes, 30. And it speeds up big time once we hit our 60s and 70s. By the time we're in our later years, many of us have lost up to 1/3 of the muscle we had in our youth. And this isn't just about biceps or six-packs, it's about your overall strength, your posture, your metabolism, even how well your body controls blood sugar. Now think about that. Less muscle means your body burns fewer calories at rest, making it easier to gain weight even if you don't eat more. It affects your ability to stay steady on your feet, increases the risk of falls, and raises your chances of developing type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and osteoporosis. That's a lot riding on muscle health, and yet, most people never think about it until it's already a problem. So let's break it down. Muscle isn't just about movement. It's your engine, the power center of your body. It burns energy, supports your joints, keeps your back straight, and helps you balance when you step off a curb or reach for something on a shelf. It's what gives you the confidence to carry your groceries, go for walks, or play with your grandkids without worrying about getting hurt. But here's what really matters, muscle loss is not inevitable. Yes, aging plays a role. But sarcopenia isn't some unavoidable curse. In fact, research shows that the biggest contributors to muscle loss are lifestyle-related, things like not eating enough high-quality protein, lack of resistance or strength-building exercise, a sedentary lifestyle, poor sleep and high stress. It's like this, your muscles are like a use-it-or-lose-it system. If you're not feeding them and challenging them, they shrink. It's that simple. Let me give you an example. I worked with a man in his early 60s. He didn't think he was out of shape. He walked daily, ate fairly well, but he had no idea he was slowly losing muscle each year. It wasn't until he struggled to get out of a low chair at a family event that he realized something was off. We ran a simple test, body composition. He had lost 18 pounds of muscle since age 45, without even realizing it. The good news? Within 3 months of targeted nutrition and light resistance training, he started feeling stronger, lighter on his feet, and more energized than he had in years. This is the power of awareness. So now I'll ask you, have you noticed feeling weaker over the years? Does climbing stairs leave you winded? Do you feel less steady walking on uneven ground? These aren't just signs of aging, they could be signs of sarcopenia. And if you catch it early, you can do something about it. Here's the takeaway: you don't need to become a bodybuilder. But you do need to prioritize muscle the same way you care about your heart or your brain. That means eating the right foods, especially protein, at the right times. Moving your body daily and adding some light resistance work. Paying attention to what your body is telling you. In the next part of this video, we'll explore why sleep, yes, sleep, plays a massive role in your ability to build and maintain muscle, and what most people get completely wrong about nighttime nutrition. But for now, I just want you to remember this: your muscle is your strength, your stability, and your freedom. Losing it is not just about aging, it's about action. And you have the power to change that, starting today. Let me ask you something that most people never think about. What's your body really doing while you sleep? Sure, we know sleep helps us feel rested. But behind the scenes, your body is actually working hard, repairing tissues, resetting hormones, cleaning out the brain, boosting immunity, and yes, rebuilding muscle. That's right. Sleep isn't just downtime, it's prime time for your muscles to recover and grow stronger. But, and this is a big but, that repair process doesn't happen automatically. It depends on what's in your system before you go to bed. If you're not giving your body the right fuel before sleep, it may not be building anything. In fact, it might actually be breaking muscle down. Let me explain. When we sleep, we naturally fast for about 6 to 8 hours. During this time, your body still needs energy, especially amino acids, the building blocks of muscle. If you haven't eaten anything with quality protein before bed, your body doesn't just sit around politely waiting for breakfast. No, your body starts to pull amino acids from your muscles to keep essential systems running. That means instead of repairing muscle, you're actually losing it while you sleep. This becomes especially important as we get older. Why? Because with age, our levels of growth hormone, the hormone that helps build and repair muscle, start to drop. Our metabolism slows down, and our stress hormone, cortisol, tends to creep up, especially at night if blood sugar levels drop. That combination, low growth hormone, high cortisol, and no fuel, is the perfect recipe for accelerated muscle loss while you sleep. So the next morning, you might wake up feeling stiff, achy, or tired, and you blame it on just getting older. But in reality, your body spent the whole night eating away at the very muscle you're trying to preserve. Now here's the hopeful part: you can change that. And it doesn't take a major lifestyle overhaul. It starts with one simple, powerful shift: what you eat before bed. We're not talking about a full meal. A small, protein-rich snack can make all the difference. But not just any protein, slow-digesting protein is key. One of the best examples? Casein, a protein found in foods like cottage cheese and milk. Unlike whey protein, which digests quickly, casein is absorbed slowly over several hours. That means it steadily releases amino acids into your bloodstream all night long, feeding your muscles while you sleep. Let me paint a picture. Imagine your muscles are like a construction site. Sleep is the night shift when the real work gets done. But if you don't deliver the materials before the workers clock in, nothing gets built. Worse, the team might start tearing down old scaffolding just to make ends meet. Now imagine giving your crew a steady stream of supplies through the night. Suddenly, they're productive. Repairs get done. strength returns. That's exactly what slow-digesting protein does for your muscles while you rest. One of my clients, a 64-year-old woman named Linda, had been struggling with morning fatigue and muscle stiffness for years. She thought it was just part of getting older. But we added just one habit, a half cup of cottage cheese with some walnuts before bed. Within a couple of weeks, her mornings felt lighter. She had more energy, less soreness, and even noticed her balance improving. Why? Because her body finally had what it needed to restore, not just survive the night. So now I'll ask you, what are you giving your body before bed? Are you going to sleep on an empty stomach, or worse, after a high-carb snack that spikes your blood sugar and leaves you crashing at 2 a.m.? Or are you fueling your body with what it actually needs to rebuild, repair, and grow stronger? Here's what you can do tonight. Yes, tonight. Try a serving of Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, or even a small glass of milk before bed. Add a tablespoon of natural peanut butter or a small handful of almonds for healthy fats and extra protein. Keep it light, but purposeful. You're not snacking, you're feeding your recovery. Remember, muscle isn't built in the gym, it's repaired in your sleep. And the right nighttime nutrition could be the difference between muscle loss and muscle maintenance. In the next part of this video, we'll dive into the real dangers of not getting enough protein, especially at night, and how that accelerates aging faster than you think. But for now, try giving your muscles what they need before you turn out the lights. Because bedtime might just be the most important part of your day for staying strong, energized, and independent, no matter your age. Let me ask you something personal. Have you ever felt weaker than you used to, even though you haven't changed anything? You're still active, still eating pretty healthy, but something just feels off. You get tired faster. Simple things like walking upstairs or lifting groceries suddenly feel like a workout. Now, most people brush it off. They say, well, I'm just getting older. But let me challenge that idea today, because what if it's not aging that's to blame? What if it's something far simpler, and something you can actually do something about? I'm talking about protein deficiency. Not the kind of deficiency that shows up on blood tests. I mean the quiet kind, the kind that slowly chips away at your muscle tissue day after day, especially at night, and you don't even realize it's happening. Here's the truth. Most older adults don't eat enough protein, especially at dinner, and almost never before bed. That's like asking your body to repair itself overnight, but giving it nothing to work with. And when that happens, your body has no choice. It starts breaking down your own muscle to get the amino acids it needs. It's like trying to rebuild your house with bricks you stole from your own walls. Over time, there's not much left. Now, you might think, so what? I'm not trying to be a bodybuilder. But here's where it gets serious. Losing muscle isn't just about strength. It's about freedom. Because when you lose muscle, you lose the ability to move confidently, to walk without worrying about falling, to carry your grandkids, to do the things that make life worth living. In fact, studies show that even small amounts of muscle loss drastically increase your risk of falls and fractures, needing help with daily tasks, losing your independence. And it doesn't stop there. It triggers a vicious cycle. As your muscles shrink, you move less. The less you move, the more fat you gain. Weight gain throws off your hormones, raises inflammation, weakens your immune system, and boom, suddenly you're dealing with diabetes, heart issues, or cognitive decline. And you know what's truly heartbreaking? Most people don't even realize this is happening. They think it's just part of aging. But it's not. It's not inevitable. In fact, much of it can be prevented, or even reversed, with one key shift: better nutrition. I've seen this over and over again, with my own clients, and even in my own family. Like my Uncle George. At 67, he was feeling slow, stiff, and tired all the time. He blamed it on old age. But when we looked at his diet, guess what? He was eating plenty of carbs, toast for breakfast, pasta for lunch, maybe soup for dinner, but barely any protein. Especially at night. So we made a small change. We added 20 grams of high-quality protein to his dinner and a slow-digesting protein snack before bed. 3 months later, he was back walking 2 miles a day. His posture improved. He even started gardening again. No pills. No surgery. Just food, timed right. So here's my message to you. Don't let silent muscle loss steal your strength. Don't assume weakness is your new normal. Don't wait until the fall, the injury, the scary diagnosis. Take action now by giving your body what it truly needs. Enough protein. At the right times, especially in the evening. From high-quality sources. This isn't about eating more. It's about eating smarter and realizing that your plate is one of your most powerful tools to stay strong, independent, and energized as you age. So before you go, ask yourself, am I getting enough protein at dinner? Do I ever eat a small protein-rich snack before bed? Or have I been unintentionally starving my muscles overnight? The answers might surprise you. But once you know, you can choose differently. And trust me, your future self will thank you. In the next part, we'll dive into what kinds of proteins work best, how to build a muscle-supporting evening meal, and simple recipes you can try starting tonight. Because your best years don't have to be behind you. With the right fuel, they might just be ahead. Let me ask you something a little unexpected. What if one of the most powerful ways to stay strong as you age happens while you're asleep? That's right, not at the gym, not on the treadmill, not even during your meals, but in the quiet hours of the night. And here's the twist. It all depends on what you eat before bed. Now, if you've ever heard that eating late at night is bad for you, I totally understand. It's one of those common beliefs that seems to make sense. Food before bed equals weight gain, right? Well, not always. In fact, if done strategically, eating a small, protein-rich snack before bed might be one of the smartest moves you can make, especially if you're over 50 and care about staying strong, independent, and energized. Let me explain why. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at building and repairing muscle, a phenomenon called anabolic resistance. That means even if you eat enough protein during the day, your muscles won't absorb it as well as they used to. So what happens? You slowly lose muscle mass, and most people don't even notice until it's too late. But here's the good news. You can fight back and even reverse this by timing your protein intake. And the best time? Right before you go to sleep. During sleep, your body goes into repair mode. It releases growth hormone. It rebuilds tissues. It detoxifies. But here's the catch, it needs fuel to do that. And if you haven't eaten protein in several hours, your body starts breaking down muscle to get the amino acids it needs. That's like trying to renovate your house by ripping out pieces of the walls to reuse them. So what's the solution? A small, simple snack, like Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, or a scoop of casein protein, gives your body the materials it needs to repair and protect your muscle while you sleep. And no, it won't make you gain weight. In fact, it can improve your metabolism, reduce nighttime blood sugar spikes, and even help with morning stiffness and fatigue. Pretty powerful, right? Let me share something personal. My Aunt Carol is 63. For years, she'd wake up feeling stiff, sluggish, and frustrated. She just assumed it was normal aging. But after we looked at her habits, one thing stood out: she never ate anything after dinner. So we made one small change. She started having half a cup of cottage cheese about 30 minutes before bed. That's it. 2 weeks later, she woke up feeling noticeably better. Less stiffness. More energy. After 2 months, she was walking faster, standing taller, and even started light weight training again. One tiny habit. Big ripple effect. And the science backs it up. Studies show that pre-sleep protein helps older adults build more muscle, preserve strength, and stay active longer. It also supports immune function, which becomes more critical as we age. And by keeping your blood sugar stable overnight, it helps reduce cravings and energy crashes the next day. But the real reason I'm sharing this with you isn't just about muscles, it's about what muscle represents. Muscle is freedom. It's your ability to move through life with confidence, to travel, to play with your grandkids, to carry groceries without needing help. And yet, most people never realize they can take control of it with something as simple as a bedtime snack. So if you're someone who feels weaker than you used to, wakes up tired or achy, wants to stay independent as you age, then I challenge you, try it. Start small. One night at a time. Choose a protein-rich, low-sugar snack about 30 minutes before bed. Stick with it for a few weeks. You won't notice a dramatic change overnight. But little by little, your body will start to thank you. Your mornings will feel easier. Your energy will last longer. And your strength, the kind that really matters, will return. Because aging doesn't have to mean slowing down. With the right habits, even as simple as what you eat before bed, you can age with power. In the next part of this series, I'll show you the best bedtime snack combos for muscle, metabolism, and deep sleep, plus a few mistakes to avoid. But before you go, ask yourself this. What did you eat before bed last night? And more importantly, what will you choose tonight? Let me ask you something a little unexpected. What if one of the best things you could do to protect your muscles happens after you brush your teeth? Yep, I'm talking about what you eat before bed. You might think, wait, isn't eating at night bad for me? Well, that depends on what you eat. Because science is now showing something powerful. The right foods before bed can help your body build and repair muscle, improve your metabolism, balance your blood sugar, and even help you sleep deeper. So today, I want to share with you the 6 best bedtime foods that fuel your body through the night, especially if you're over 40 and want to stay strong, energized, and independent as you age. 1. Cottage cheese. If I had to pick a nighttime MVP, it might be this one. Cottage cheese is rich in casein protein, which digests slowly, giving your muscles a steady stream of amino acids as you sleep. It's also packed with calcium, great for your bones, and is naturally low in carbs, so it won't spike your blood sugar before bed. Try this, half a cup with a few berries or a drizzle of honey. Sweet, satisfying, and incredibly effective. Bonus? It keeps nighttime hunger away, so you wake up feeling fueled, not famished. 2. Greek yogurt. Greek yogurt is a powerhouse. It has twice the protein of regular yogurt, and it's full of probiotics, those friendly gut bacteria that help with digestion, immunity, and nutrient absorption. And because it's rich in leucine, one of the most important amino acids for muscle building, it's a smart way to support your strength while you sleep. Try this, 1 small bowl with chopped walnuts or fresh fruit. It's creamy, delicious, and does wonders for your gut and muscles. 3. Warm milk. There's a reason warm milk has been a bedtime go-to for generations, and it's not just an old wives' tale. Milk contains both casein protein and tryptophan, an amino acid that helps you fall asleep faster and sleep deeper. For those who are lactose sensitive, try lactose-free milk or even soy milk, which also contains plant-based protein and calming compounds. Try this, a small warm glass 30 minutes before bed. It's comfort in a cup, and a gentle way to relax your body and mind. 4. Nuts and seeds. Think of these as tiny nutritional powerhouses. Almonds, walnuts, chia seeds, flax seeds, they're packed with healthy fats, magnesium, and a touch of protein. Magnesium, in particular, plays a key role in relaxing your muscles and regulating sleep hormones like melatonin. Try this, a small handful of almonds, or a spoonful of chia seeds mixed into Greek yogurt. It's a combo that supports stable blood sugar and deeper sleep. 5. Hard-boiled eggs. It may seem odd to eat an egg at night, but hear me out. Eggs are a source of high-quality, complete protein, meaning they provide all the essential amino acids your body needs to repair tissue and build strength. They also digest slowly, keeping your muscles fueled through the night. Try this: 1 egg with a few almonds or slices of avocado. It's satisfying, simple, and a great alternative to sugary snacks. 6. Natural peanut butter. Let's end on a tasty note. Natural peanut butter, with no added sugar or oils, is a great source of plant-based protein and healthy fats. It's also slow digesting, meaning it provides your body with a steady stream of fuel overnight, helping reduce morning fatigue and support overnight muscle recovery. Try this: 1 tablespoon on its own, or paired with a few apple slices or stirred into yogurt. It's a crave-worthy, muscle-nourishing bedtime treat. Now you might be wondering, do I need to eat something before bed? Well, that depends. If you've already had enough protein throughout the day and feel satisfied, maybe not. But if you often wake up tired, sore, or hungry, if you're over 40 and starting to notice muscle loss, or your energy isn't what it used to be, then a simple protein-rich snack before bed could be a game changer. And here's the best part. These aren't fancy supplements or expensive superfoods. They're everyday, affordable, and delicious options you can start using tonight. So here's a challenge for you. Tonight, try swapping that late-night cookie or chips for one of these 6 bedtime foods. And in the next video, I'll show you how to combine these foods for the ultimate overnight recovery snack that boosts sleep and strength. Let me ask you something simple, but important. What's the one thing you do every single night without fail? Maybe it's brushing your teeth, maybe checking your phone one last time. But what if I told you that adding just one more tiny habit before bed could help you stay stronger, more energized, and healthier, especially as you age? I'm talking about a small, protein-rich snack before sleep. That's it. Not a workout. Not a supplement. Just food, the right food, at the right time. Why does this matter so much? As we get older, especially after 60, our bodies begin to experience something called anabolic resistance. It sounds complicated, but here's what it means. Your muscles don't respond to protein as well as they used to. Even if you're eating healthy, your body might not be using that protein effectively to repair and build muscle. So the answer? Consistency. Feeding your muscles protein before bed, every single night, gives them a steady supply of what they need to repair, rebuild, and stay strong while you sleep. And no, it won't make you gain weight. In fact, studies show that a small, protein-rich bedtime snack can actually stabilize your metabolism, improve sleep quality, and prevent muscle loss overnight. Making it a habit, even if you're busy or forgetful. Now, I know what you might be thinking. I already have so much to do. How am I supposed to remember this too? Here's the good news. Forming this habit can be ridiculously simple. Start by keeping the right foods in plain sight, like cottage cheese in the fridge or a small container of Greek yogurt. Pairing it with an existing routine, like your nighttime teeth brushing or TV watching. Setting a reminder on your phone for the first few days. Trust me, you won't need it for long. And here's the best part. This takes less than 5 minutes. 5 minutes to do something that could help you walk with confidence, get out of bed without stiffness, and even lower your risk of falling or injury as you age. That's what I call a high-return habit. Real people, real results. Let me tell you a quick story about a patient of mine. We'll call her Linda. Linda is 68. She's active, walks daily, eats well, but was noticing something unsettling. She told me, "I just don't feel as strong anymore. I wake up stiff. I'm not sleeping great. And I'm scared of falling." We added one thing to her routine. Half a cup of cottage cheese with a few walnuts every night before bed. She stuck with it. Just one change. That's it. 4 weeks later, Linda came back and said, "I feel steadier. I wake up with more energy. And honestly, I feel more like myself again." Was it a magic cure? No. But it was a consistent habit, and that's what made the difference. What can you do tonight? Here's your challenge, and it's an easy one. Pick one protein-rich snack you enjoy, cottage cheese, a boiled egg, Greek yogurt, or even a spoon of peanut butter. Have it 30 to 60 minutes before bed, preferably paired with something you already do nightly. Stick with it for 10 days. That's it. Then feel the difference in your mornings, your movement, your mood. Because here's the truth. It's not about perfection. It's about building tiny, powerful habits that work with your body, not against it. And when your muscles feel supported, when you wake up feeling strong instead of sore, that 5-minute bedtime snack becomes something you'll never want to skip. One habit, one step, one stronger version of you. If this helped you, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone you care about, because strong, healthy aging should be for everyone, not just the lucky few. Muscle is more than just strength, it's your foundation for independence, balance, and long-term health. As we age, protecting it becomes essential, not optional. But here's the good news. You don't need drastic changes or fancy supplements. You just need a simple habit, and it starts tonight. Before bed, give your body what it needs to repair and rebuild. A scoop of cottage cheese, a spoon of Greek yogurt, a glass of milk, a few nuts, or even a boiled egg. These small, protein-rich choices work with your natural sleep cycle to fight muscle loss silently and powerfully while you rest. Do it consistently, and over time, you'll feel the difference. More energy, better strength and stability, sharper focus and confidence in your body. One viewer in his late 60s told me, "I started with just a handful of walnuts and a spoon of yogurt each night, nothing big. But I woke up feeling stronger, more grounded, more like myself again." That's the power of showing up, even in small ways. So tonight, make it your mission. Feed your muscles before bed. Turn this into a 5-minute ritual. And let your body do the rest while you sleep. Because aging doesn't have to mean getting weaker. It can mean getting smarter about how we take care of ourselves. Like this video? Hit that subscribe button for more real, science-backed health tips, and let's build a stronger future together.